Howdy folks, Justin here. We're going to start another Versus Arena run. Had a couple of disappointing finishes recently. We're going to see if we can do a little bit better with this one. Them's the breaks though. Anybody who tells you they get 7 wins every time is a liar. They might have one of those fancy chairs, but they're a liar. Battlemage, Monk, and Archer. We'll take Battlemage. We haven't done one of these in a while. And I like to mix it up. So, what do we have here? First pick, Desperate Conjuring, Child of Hercene, Shimmering Peddler. I don't like the idea of a battle mage that depends on 6 drops. I think Desperate Conjuring is a lot of fun. We're going to take this card, but it's not going to influence how we go with the rest of this draft. Sylvanar Tracker, Rampaging Minotaur is probably where you want to be in these colors. Wow, Odahviing. This kind of changes my thought process here. Mentor's Ring is potentially great. I mean, imagine slapping it on a Minotaur, right? Giving your whole team charge, but that requires a lot of magicka. So does Odahviing. Reeve. If there was ever a format that Reeve is playable in, it's Arena. Odahviing is basically win the game, though. But are we ever getting to 12 magicka? I think Reeve is the safest pick. But Odahviing. Can we draft a control Battlemage deck is the question. Let's try. To that end, Firebolt's great removal spell. Shrieking Harpy, great tempo card. Abyssinian Navigator is not terrible. I already have a Firebolt. I'm going to take the Navigator. Orcish Warhammer is a playable card. These others aren't particularly exciting. Another Desperate Conjuring. I don't think that's really where we're at. I think Breton Conjurer is pretty reasonable. High Rock Summoner seems like it fits in with what we're doing. Rehab Battlemage, great card to put an equipment on in a more controlling deck. We have no Orcs, although we have one of their hammers, so that's not going to necessarily net us value. Soul Split's pretty reasonable. We don't have a lot of good Soul Split targets except for the Summoner yet, but we're very likely to get some. Dark Harvester, Heavy Battle Axe, Sharpshooter Scout. I think Sharpshooter Scout's reasonable. I actually like Dark Rift in Arena quite a bit, so we'll take that. Balmore Spymaster combos with equipment and with Desperate Conjuring. Lightning Bolt's obviously the pick. Ashlander combos some of our cards. Firebolt is great removal. Another Summoner. Take Steel Scimitar. Telvanni Arcanist is a good value creature. Another Telvanni Arcanist is just as valuable. Fate Weaver seems reasonable. Crystal Tower Crafter actually seems like it worked pretty well in this deck. Odahviing is obviously right now the worst possible card in our deck. Although we could randomly win a game with it. I like Mace of Encumbrance. I like Shocking Wamasu. Crown Quartermasters is a pretty solid value card. Combos well with our Rehab Battlemage that we already have. So how many ways to buff this do we have right now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll take another Battlemage. Take another Crystal Tower Crafter. We will take Telvanni Arcanists for days. Okay, so we have a kind of value-oriented Battlemage deck. And then an Odahviing. So is Odahviing the new Gladiators Arena? It might be. This is going to be interesting. A lot of fun cards to play, not necessarily great ones, although I think it's a pretty reasonable deck. I like the 3 Telvanni Arcanists. I actually think Desperate Conjuring fits better into this than into any other Battlemage deck I've ever drafted. And our top end is just 1 Wamasu, 1 Odahviing, and a Fate Weaver. That's our oh shit button. Okay, let's see what happens. Alrighty. 8Ball99 playing the Warrior deck we probably wish we had drafted last time. We'll throw that back, keep the removal and the Summoner. Crystal Tower Crafter. Alright. With all these 2-drops, we are going to go ahead and get that out there, both because we have equipment we could combo with it later, and because we want to... Ideally, have our opponent play something to contest it that we can crafter, firebolt, kill. That's the one. Balmora Spymaster. Alright. So next turn we have either Atronach, Harpy, Spymaster, or Harpy and Spymaster. Battle Rage Orc. Okay. Well, are we about... Oh no. Well, I guess if he Skaven Pyromancers, which is what I should have been thinking about, it's not disastrous. We get potentially a 3-drop out of our Spymaster, but I am greedy and I want more. I want to slap this Warhammer on this Spymaster so badly. Yeah, okay. Cool. Well, here we go. We will break the rune, but I think that's alright. I think we are in the aggressive position right now. Next turn we have the option of Fate Weaver. Fate Weaver and Lightning Bolt would be fantastic. We can also Flame Atronach and Harpy. Wow. Okay. So what is our best move here? Are we just trying to go face? You too, my friend. Let's just go face. Okay. So he probably kills our crafter. We'll hold on to the Rampaging Minotaur. I can see the argument actually for putting both these creatures over here. Pivoting over there. Even though he has the guard, the Atronach would potentially do a good job of handling that situation. That's interesting. That's pretty good for our opponent. Definitely pretty good. Okay. Pretty good for our opponent as well. Okay. So yeah, we might have made a mistake with our sequencing there. I wouldn't be embarrassed. Now, do we pivot or do we just... I think we just keep going face, actually. Let him deal with what we got going on over there. We do have 7 points of damage in hand between our Minotaur and our Lightning Bolt. Hopefully we get a 6-drop out of that Spymaster and not a Mudcrab. Now if he silences that, I'm banking pretty heavily on getting some value out of there. So if he has a 3-2 with a silence trigger, we might have a problem. Okay. Not great, but not terrible. It is some more damage. Gets us that much closer to winning. We don't have a tremendous amount of reach in this deck, unfortunately. Most of it is in our hand right now. Okay. Okay. Ooh, Desperate Conjuring on a Fate Weaver. Please let that live. Alright, Rift and Pillager. Stone Tooth Scrapper. Okay, so we need to get on with winning this game. Let's see if fortune favors us. Okay. Alright. So if our creatures don't die, we could kill them next turn. But We're looking at 12 damage. Okay. 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 That's pretty good for our opponent. We need to not hit a prophecy that screws up our game. Make some encumbrance change anything? Odahviing. Alright. Cool. So that's our first game with our Battlemage aggro plus Odahviing deck. I mean, it does make me feel a little bit better knowing that in that position, Reeve and Mentor's Ring, I think would have been just as bad. Mentor's Ring actually would have been alright. You could slap that on the guy that beefs up when you slap equipment on him, and killed him just the same, although, you know, the style points of having Odahviing in hand are not to be discounted. Okay. I hope the season is going well for everybody. I've been having a lot of fun. I've actually been tanking my ranking, trying to build some Dweemer decks that I'm looking to build next season, except they don't have the fantastic new mechanical ally card. Fantastic, of course, a little bit of hyperbole, although I am excited to try it. I think next season my new deck is going to be a monk deck. I've got some ideas that I'm interested in pursuing with that. We'll see what happens, though. Alright, playing against King Fireslayer, the Hist Mage. Justin Larson, the Pastry Chef. Nice to meet your acquaintance. Battlemage Mirror. Uh-oh. Let's do it. I think the play is probably Abyssinian Navigator on turn 2. Ooh. The Soul Split value, though. That might be a turn 4 play, though. Yeah. We'll just throw down our Navigator. We get any value from it? We do not. That's alright. Does he have a Sharpshooter Scout? Or the 3-1 slightly beefier version that he could elixir out? Uh-oh. Scavin Pyromancer. That'll do. Yeah, let's do that. Keep our opponent on his toes. I thought better of using Firebolt there. And yeah, next turn we will Balmora Spymaster Soul Split, probably. Okay. There's always that. Hello, Odahviing, my old friend. And just in case we got our own Scavin Pyromancer, I guess we attack first. Brutal Ashlander is the kind of card this deck will be running anyway, so I guess that's okay. Our hand is Firebolt and Odahviing. Bone Bow. Fair enough. Did I mute him, or is just... Okay. I was like, this guy's being pretty quiet for a Battlemage player. Brutal Ashlander? You're mocking me. Desperate Conjuring. What is this thing's converted mana cost? 1, 1, 2... Oh, whatever. Alright. I'll take it. Are you going to get somewhere approaching infinite value from your Ashlander here? Take out my 4/4 guard. Okay. Ashlander on Ashlander Crime. Rapid Shot. into Firebolt. Opponent's got a lot more cards than us, and probably more playable cards right now, too. Alright, there's his Ash Servant. Fair enough. Crown Quartermaster. I know that seems greedy, but I think we actually desperately need to draw some cards. So we're going to let that thing attack our face. And another play, probably a better play, would have been slapping the Steel Dagger onto the Sharpshooter Scout. And not removing either of them. Either of the opposing creatures. Elusive Schemer. Okay. Our opponent has a much better deck than us. Evanmore Steward. Wow. The value. Crystal Tower Crafter. I mean, we'll play it. If our opponent plays slowly, fearing whatever we don't have, we might be in an okay position. We can get to Odahviing and profit. Brutal Hashlander. Soul Split. Fair enough. Ooh. Alright. Okay. Alright. High Rock Summoner. We will play that first. Oh, I wish I could play both of these. I feel like I have to play the Telvanni Arcanist, and I have to do it in this lane. And I have to do this. Go ahead and get that out of the way. Alright, it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. We need my opponent to draw 2 complete misses, or we need our Telvanni Arcanist to give us like an Ice Storm. Bone Bow, my value. Alright, so we're dead. Yep, dead. Well, I guess not necessarily. Dark Rift, so we're dead in 2 turns. Okay. I don't think I do. Alright. So our opponent had better cards, better equipment, more draw, and handily won the game. We're going to cut this off here. I have some more work I have to do tonight, unfortunately. It's just been one of those weeks. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a great day today. See you next time.